Hello and welcome, my dear friend. I am so happy you are here with me today. This is your safe and cozy place to learn simple English, step by step, without stress. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's begin. Today, we are going to talk about something very simple, but very important. We will talk about your weekend. Yes, the weekend is a special time for many people. It is the time when we rest. It is the time when we spend time with family. It is the time when we do things we enjoy. And today, you will learn how to talk about your weekend in easy English. Let me ask you something. Think about your last weekend. What did you do? Did you stay at home? Did you go outside? Did you meet friends? Or did you just relax? It's okay. Take a moment. Now, listen to me carefully. I will speak slowly and clearly. You can listen and repeat in your mind. I stayed at home. Say it softly. I stayed at home. Very good. This is a very common sentence. Many people say this after the weekend. I watched TV. I watched TV. Maybe you watched a movie. Maybe you watched a show. Simple and easy. I visited my family. I visited my family. This is a warm sentence. It shows love. Now let's make it a little longer. Listen. On the weekend, I stayed at home and watched TV. Again. On the weekend, I stayed at home and watched TV. Very nice. Let me tell you a small story. Listen carefully. Last weekend, I woke up late. I did not set an alarm. I opened my eyes and I smiled because I knew it was a relaxing day. I got out of bed slowly. I made a cup of coffee. It was warm and smelled so good. Then I sat near the window. I looked outside. The weather was calm. The sky was soft and blue. I felt peaceful. Now listen to this sentence. I woke up late and drank coffee. I woke up late and drank coffee. Good. After that, I watched my favorite show. It was funny. I laughed a lot. Say this. I watched my favorite show. Then, in the afternoon, I called my friend. We talked for a long time. We laughed. We shared stories. Say this. I called my friend. Very good. Now I will say some sentences. Just listen and repeat quietly. I relaxed at home. I watched TV. I talked to my friend. I enjoyed my weekend. Very nice. You are doing great. Now, let's talk about feelings. After the weekend, people often say how they feel. Listen. I feel happy. I feel relaxed. I feel good. Try this. My weekend was nice. My weekend was relaxing. My weekend was fun. Now, let's learn a very important question. People often ask this on Monday. How was your weekend? Listen again. How was your weekend? You can answer like this. It was good. It was great. It was okay. It was relaxing. Listen. How was your weekend? It was good. I stayed at home. Again. How was your weekend? It was fun. I met my friend. Very simple, very natural. Here are more sentences you can use. I went out. I went shopping. I ate good food. I cleaned my room. I rested a lot. Take your time. Listen again if you need. Before we continue, I want to tell you something important. Learning English takes time. Slow steps are okay. Small progress is still progress. You don't need to be perfect. Just keep going. Just keep listening. Just keep trying, and you will improve. To talk about your weekend clearly, we use time words. Listen carefully. On Saturday. On Sunday. In the morning. In the afternoon. In the evening. Let's practice. Say slowly. On Saturday, I stayed at home. Good. On Sunday, I visited my friend. Very nice. Now we make sentences longer. Listen. On Saturday morning, I woke up late. Again. On Saturday morning, I woke up late. Now try this. On Sunday afternoon, I went out. Very good. Now I will tell you a full weekend story. Just listen. No need to repeat. Last weekend was very nice. On Saturday morning, I woke up late. I felt relaxed and happy. I made breakfast and drank tea. Then I sat on the sofa and watched TV. In the afternoon, I cleaned my room. It was a little boring, but I felt good after that. In the evening, I talked to my friend on the phone. We laughed a lot. On Sunday, I decided to go outside. The weather was beautiful. I went for a walk in the park. I saw many people. Some people were walking. Some people were running. Some people were sitting and talking. It felt peaceful. After that, I bought some food. Then I came back home. In the evening, I watched a movie. It was interesting. At night, I went to bed early. I felt calm and ready for a new week. Now we will take small parts. Repeat in your mind. On Saturday morning, I woke up late. Then I made breakfast. I watched TV. I cleaned my room. I talked to my friend. Good. Now, Sunday. On Sunday, I went outside. I went for a walk. I bought food. I watched a movie. I went to bed early. Very nice. Now we will connect sentences. This makes your English sound more natural. Listen. I stayed at home and watched TV. I went out and met my friend. I cooked food and ate dinner. Now try, I woke up late and drank tea. Good. Now we add feelings. This makes your English more alive. Listen. I felt happy. I felt relaxed. I felt tired. I felt excited. Now, longer. I felt happy because I relaxed. I felt tired because I worked a lot. Try this. My weekend was fun and I felt happy. Now I will say a short story. You can listen and then try to say it yourself later. Last weekend was simple. I stayed at home and relaxed. I watched TV and cooked food. I talked to my friend and felt happy. On Sunday, I went outside and walked in the park. It was a nice weekend. Very good. Now, someone asks you, how was your weekend? You can answer like this. It was good. I stayed at home and relaxed. It was nice. I went out and met my friend. It was great. I watched movies and enjoyed my time. These answers sound natural. Now, just listen. My weekend was relaxing. I didn't do much. I stayed home and rested. I had a good time. I went out with my friend. Simple and powerful. I want to share a small story with you. There was a woman who wanted to speak English. She felt shy. She felt afraid. She thought, my English is not good. So she stayed quiet. She did not speak. One day, she decided to change. She started with small sentences. Very small. Very simple. Every day, she practiced a little. She spoke to herself. She listened carefully. She did not stop. After some time, something beautiful happened. She could speak more. She felt more confident. She was not afraid anymore. Do you know why? Because she did not give up. And you are the same. You are learning. You are trying. And step by step, you will improve. Imagine this. It is Monday morning. You meet someone. They smile and ask you, how was your weekend? Now listen to a natural answer. It was really nice. I stayed at home and relaxed. I watched a movie and talked to my friend. Let's break it. It was really nice. I stayed at home and relaxed. I watched a movie. I talked to my friend. Very simple. Very natural. Now another example. How was your weekend? It was good. I went out on Saturday and met my friend. On Sunday, I stayed home and rested. Listen again slowly. I went out on Saturday and met my friend. On Sunday, I stayed home and rested. You see, you are telling a small story. How was your weekend? It was great. I felt very happy. I went for a walk, ate good food, and watched a movie. This sounds warm. This sounds real. Now I will say sentences you can repeat quietly. My weekend was great. I had a good time. I relaxed a lot. I went out with my friend. I stayed home and watched TV. Very good. Now I will help you build your own answer. Just follow this simple structure. Start with feeling. Say what you did. Add one more detail. Example. It was nice. I stayed at home and watched TV. I also talked to my friend. Another example. It was fun. I went out and ate good food. I felt very happy. Now try in your mind. Take your time. Now listen to a longer answer. My weekend was really relaxing. On Saturday morning, I woke up early. I made a cup of tea and sat quietly. The day felt peaceful. Later, I went out and bought some food. In the afternoon, I cooked and watched TV. In the evening, I talked to my friend. We laughed and shared stories. On Sunday, I stayed home. I rested and listened to music. I thought about my week. I felt calm and ready for a new start. It was not a busy weekend, but it was a happy one. Before we finish, I want to tell you something important. You do not need difficult words to speak good English. You do not need perfect grammar. You just need simple words, clear sentences, and practice. Speak slowly. Think simply, and don't be afraid. Every time you practice, you grow. Every time you listen, you improve. And one day, you will speak naturally, without fear, without stress. Now I ask you, how was your weekend? Pause. Think. And answer in your own words. Even if your answer is simple, that is perfect. Now I will give you ideas. These will help you speak more easily. Listen. I did laundry. I cleaned my room. I cooked food. I visited family. I went to the market. I rested at home. These are real-life actions, simple and useful. Now make a sentence. I stayed at home and cleaned my room. Good. Now let's make your English more interesting. We add small details. Listen. I watched a movie. Now longer. I watched a movie at night. Even better. I watched a movie at night and felt relaxed. See? Small changes, big improvement. Now we use because. This helps you explain. Listen. I stayed at home because I was tired. I went out because I felt bored. I was happy because I met my friend. Now try. My weekend was good because I relaxed. Very nice. Now I will ask you questions. Just think of answers. What did you do on Saturday? What did you do on Sunday? Did you stay home or go out? Did you feel happy? Take your time. There is no rush. Now listen carefully. I will say both sides. How was your weekend? It was nice. I stayed at home and rested. How was your weekend? It was fun. I went out and met my friend. How was your weekend? It was relaxing because I didn't work. Very natural. Very easy. Now let's fix some small mistakes. I am go outside yesterday. Correct. I went outside yesterday. I watched TV last night. Correct. I watched TV last night. I am stay home. Correct. I stayed home. Remember, when we talk about the weekend, we use past tense. Let's build a full answer step by step. Start. My weekend was good. Add. I stayed at home and relaxed. Add more. I watched TV and talked to my friend. Final. My weekend was good. I stayed at home and relaxed. I watched TV and talked to my friend. I felt happy. That is a perfect answer. Now, listen a little faster. My weekend was pretty good. I didn't do much. I stayed home, watched some shows, and just relaxed. It felt nice. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Just listen again later. Let me tell you something simple. There was a learner just like you. At first, they could only say, "My weekend was good." Very small sentence, very simple. But they didn't stop. They practiced every day, just a little. After some time, they could say, "My weekend was good. I stayed home and watched TV." Then later, they could say more. They felt stronger, more confident. The secret was not talent. The secret was practice. And you are doing the same, step by step. Now I ask you again, how was your weekend? Now answer. Use 2 sentences or 3. Take your time. Speak slowly. Example: my weekend was relaxing. I stayed at home and watched TV. I felt happy. Perfect. You have come so far. You practiced listening. You practiced speaking. You learned real sentences. Now you can speak about your weekend clearly, answer naturally, and feel more confident. Remember, simple English is powerful English. Keep practicing every day. Even a few minutes is enough. Thank you for learning with me. I am really happy you are here. I will see you again in the next lesson. Take care and keep going.